So what is the best real estate brokerage to work for? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly which broker I think is the best and why. And that's coming up right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. This YouTube channel is all about helping you find massive success in the real estate sales game. My name is Marc Brenner. I'm an agent here in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're looking to get your license, join a team, or if you simply have questions about how you can reach the next level in your real estate sales business, I would love to hear from you. All of our contact information is in the description below. You can book an appointment with me directly. You can give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever you want to do, but I'm here to help. This channel is all about providing value to new agents and to seasoned agents who are continually looking to up their game. All right, so we're going to talk today about what is the best brokerage to work for. This is obviously a very common question, especially if you're getting your license or thinking about it, or maybe you're not really satisfied where you currently are and you want to make a switch. It's a big decision, and I can tell you that having switched brokerages, not only is it a big decision, but it's a lot of practical things that need to happen, changing over your business, your CRM, your marketing materials, letting your clients know. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it's not something you want to take lightly. And it's not something you want to be doing every year or 6 months like some agents do. So you really want to try to get it right the first time because it's going to have a big impact on your business going forward. But which is the best one, right? Every brokerage you talk to is going to tell you their reasons why they are the best brokerage. Now, there's a lot of videos, including videos I've made, where people will break down the specific aspects of each brokerage. They'll talk about the splits, the caps, the marketing, the CRM, the support, all of that stuff for each brokerage. This video is going to be more of a concept video. I just want to explain some general concepts and my philosophy in this business and in success in general. And if it makes sense to you and it clicks, great. I think you'll understand what I'm saying. Or if it doesn't seem to be for you, that's okay too. You may have a specific scenario that just doesn't jibe with what I'm saying. So take that for what it is. I'm not going to get too specific today. I'm going to be talking about concepts. Now, like I said, when you go to choose a broker, they're all going to tell you that they're the best. You should sit down with multiple brokers to choose who you think would be a good fit. And when you do that, they're going to pitch you on their special technology. They have the best CRM in the game. You know, they have the best brand. This is a very common one among the big brands that Keller Williams or Berkshire Hathaway will get you business, or they'll sell you on the support staff or the training. They're all going to have a lot of reasons why their brokerage is the best, bar none. And keep in mind too, most people know this, but maybe you're really new or just thinking about getting into it and you don't. You can pretty much choose any broker that you want. They would all love to have you for the simple fact that for most brokerages, it's a simple numbers game. The more warm bodies that they get into the brokerage, the more likely they are to increase their sales numbers. So really, you're interviewing the brokers. They are not interviewing you. And the reason why I mention that is because I think it's really important for you to go into this with the mentality of what can the broker provide me? Not what I can do at the broker, and not even how the broker can make you successful. And that's an important distinction between what the broker can provide in terms of value and what role they can play in your success. Those are two different things that I'm going to talk about today. Now, just for some broad strokes, there's really two main categories of brokerages that are very similar to one another within their own categories. You've got discount brokerages and you've got the traditional big boy brokerages. So the discount brokerages are going to offer you what they would say is the best value. They're going to have the lowest fees, the lowest splits, and you're probably going to keep the most amount of money from your commissions in your pocket with a discount brokerage. Now, this appeals to a lot of people for a lot of different reasons, but especially if you're overly concerned or stressed about money, I often see that as the motivating factor for why people move to discount brokerages. In their mind, they simply want to keep as much of their paycheck as possible. And of course, that makes perfect sense. Who doesn't want to keep as much of their paycheck as possible? So that's discount brokerages. Now, the other side of the discount brokerages is that they're probably going to offer you very little in terms of support, technology, brand recognition, marketing. It's going to be very bare bones. So you're going to pay little and get little at a discount brokerage. Now, the flip side of that is the big boy brokerages, okay? Your Keller Williams, your Remax, Berkshire Hathaway, Coldwell Banker, all the big famous ones that you've heard of before. So these brokerages are going to sell you on their brand recognition. You're going to go into a meeting and they're going to tell you, as soon as you tell someone you're with Keller Williams, that's going to lend you credibility. And I'm not saying those things aren't true entirely, but as someone who's been in the business for a while now, I can tell you it matters much, much less than they would have you believe. But typically with the big brokers, you're going to pay more in a split. You're going to pay a higher cap, meaning the amount you pay out before you get 100% of your commissions. You're going to have higher fees month to month, but you are going to have pretty good technology usually. You're going to have a great CRM, hopefully, that they provide you with. Hopefully they have some decent marketing that they can provide you with. More than anything, hopefully they have a very welcoming and supportive atmosphere. I actually think that's the number one thing that big brokers can provide, is the high-level agents who work at the brokerage, the support they can give you. When you're in an atmosphere of high achievers, that's really important for your success. So basically, you've got discount brokerages where you pay a little and get a little, and you've got the larger brokerages where you're going to pay more and hopefully get more. And there's going to be a lot of similarities in each of these two groups, okay? If you go interview the discount brokers, it's going to be very similar in terms of how cheap the fees are and how little they offer you. And if you go visit the bigger brokers, it's going to be very similar in terms of what your cap is year to year, what your splits are, and what your fees are. There's going to be differences, but you'd be amazed if you get it all on paper. Really, they're not very far off. So what do I look for when we're trying to decide what is the best brokerage that you can join? Well, let's go back to what I was saying just a minute ago. With most people approach this decision asking themselves which brokerage is most likely to help me succeed. And I actually think this is a fatal flaw for a lot of real estate agents. That is definitely not the question you should be asking yourself. What you should be asking yourself is which brokerage is going to provide me the most value and have the most opportunities to put more money back in my pocket. Okay, and the distinction there is hinging your success on the broker. And if you take nothing else away from this video, I want you to hear this. I've said it in many other videos, and I'm going to say it as long as I make videos talking about real estate sales. You have to approach this career path from a place of knowing that you will succeed no matter what. You have to have the mentality that regardless of the brokerage, regardless of your circumstances, you will succeed at a high level. And I truly think that is correct. And I truly think that is true, okay? I think you could take any top producer, switch them at any brokerage, and they will still have a high level of success. It may look a little different, it might not be quite the same, but it is not the broker that determines your success. You determine your success. And this is important not only in choosing which brokerage you're going to use, but it's important for your own mentality, okay? And if you don't like the mentality stuff, or you think it's woo-woo, or you think it's cheesy, well, I'm here to tell you, everyone who succeeds at a high level in real estate, and honestly in business in general, talks about mindset. Mindset is really the most important thing out of all the skills that you need. Because if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't have a determination to fight through failure, you'll never succeed. And on the flip side, if you do have the right mindset, if you don't mind failing and you can push forward after failing, there's really nothing that can stop you. So my recommendation for you, if you take nothing away from this video, is approach this question from a place of which broker is providing me the most value and putting the most money in my pocket. Now, Of course, when I say that, you might be thinking, oh, well, the discount brokerages are obviously putting more money in my pocket. Well, not quite, because these discount brokerages, although you'll really be saving money from your commissions, there's not going to be any opportunities to make additional streams of income, which other brokers do offer. So this really is not about keeping the most amount of your paycheck. It's about providing you with the most diverse amounts of opportunity to make money. Now again, if you go do these interviews with multiple brokers and you write down all the distinctions, all the different numbers that they offer in terms of splits and caps and fees, you're going to be really surprised at how similar many of them are. So it's important to understand your unique position, and if there's anything that is really important for you outside of those common factors. Maybe you need to work remotely, maybe you absolutely can't work remotely in terms of working out of an office or not. Maybe you already have a part-time or full-time job. You know, there's 1,000 different unique situations that might make one brokerage better than the other. But if you don't have something in your life that is forcing you to use a certain brokerage, if all things are essentially equal for you and where you're at in life, I'm going to tell you flat out which brokerage I think is best. And spoiler alert, you probably already know it's eXp Realty. That's a big reason I created this channel, and that's a point of contention for a lot of people who have to listen to people at eXp talk about how great it is. Now I understand this, it can get annoying, and a lot of people think it's not true. A lot of people get very frustrated with how vocal eXp agents are, and a lot of times their recruiting practices are really annoying and not effective, and this leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. So all that aside, let's look at the facts. The reason I'm telling you eXp is the best brokerage is it truly gives you the most opportunities to put more money back in your pocket through additional income streams. Okay, so you don't have to believe anything I say in this video, but if you're tracking with my logic, I think it will click for you, okay? Number one, choose the brokerage that gives you the most opportunities. Number two, eXp is that brokerage, and there's two main reasons. These are the two biggest reasons that I'm personally at this brokerage. There's a lot of other reasons, like it being remote, there's no brick and mortar, it's completely virtual, the fees are low, the split is reasonable. But honestly, I'll tell you flat out, the splits, the fees, the cap, not much different from Keller Williams or any of the other brokerages. Not much better, not much worse, pretty much the same. Here's the reason I'm at eXp. Revenue share and icon status. Those are two programs which no other brokerage has, which have proven to make wealthy people out of the real estate agents at this brokerage if they put the work into it, okay? Let's talk about icon status first. What does that mean? Well, it's essentially a sales incentive, okay? Now you're gonna go out and sell homes regardless, okay? And there's no brokers that are gonna give you an incentive or part of your cap back for selling homes except eXp. If you reach certain sales goals at eXp, you can achieve icon status, okay? And I believe you have to hit your cap, which is around 16 grand, and then you have to hit an additional 5 grand cap, which is paid out in $500 installments. So essentially you have to do between 25 to 35 transactions, depending on what your average sales price is, to reach icon status. So it is challenging. It's totally within the realm of possibility, even for new agents though. Now what happens is when you reach those sales goals is you immediately get a stock grant valued at $8,000 in eXp stock. So right there, just for doing something you would absolutely do at Keller Williams or RE/MAX or whatever, eXp is putting $8,000 of stock into your pocket. And this isn't a cheap, new, crappy stock. This is a stock that has gone through the roof in the last year, okay? eXp is without a doubt the fastest growing brokerage in the world. We actually just did a stock split because the price went so high. So this is very valuable, potentially life-changing stock. Now you get $8,000 upon reaching icon, and then there's incentives to get an additional $8,000, okay? $4,000 for being in good standing with the community and doing some optional work with new agents through EXP, and $4,000 for attending a yearly seminar in EXP that is going to help you anyway. Okay, so all that being said, you have the opportunity to fully recoup your cap, $16,000 paid back to you in stock that vests over time, that you won't lose as long as you're at EXP, and that's in your pocket for something you were going to do anyway. So in many cases, if you're a highly successful agent at EXP, you have no cap. Everything you pay out in a cap, which is $16,000 in every state, you have the opportunity to get that back in stock. That's incredible. No other brokerage that I know of does that, and that alone should get you thinking about joining eXp Realty. Now, the other big reason why I think eXp is hands down the best brokerage in the world is the revenue share program, okay? And this has been the source of a lot of controversy. I don't know why, but simply you were incentivized for bringing people into the brokerage. Now, unlike the stock program, the icon status program, a lot of brokerages have something similar, right? Going back to before, all brokerages want to add as many people as possible. So Keller Williams has a profit share program, and there are some other programs at other brokerages that will incentivize you for bringing agents in. But none of them come close to the effectiveness and value of eXp's revenue share program. Okay, basically, you're incentivized as you recruit agents into what is called your downline. Okay, you have the opportunity to get money back from the cap that they pay out, okay? So you're only incentivized so this incentive really only works if you are helping these agents be successful. If the agents in your downline are not selling homes, this program is pointless and you won't have any additional streams of revenue. That's also why this is absolutely not a pyramid scheme. Now, it absolutely shocks me how many people cannot understand the difference between multi-level marketing and a pyramid scheme, but it's really simple. In a pyramid scheme, you don't have an actual product that's being sold. You have someone higher up selling a lot of product to someone lower down, and it goes on and on down the chain. You don't have a proven product that people love that they're buying that keeps the engine running for the whole system. Well, that is not the case with eXp's revenue share, okay? The product is obviously the homes. People are helping people buy and sell homes. That's as legit as you could possibly get. There's nothing pyramid schemey about that. You are simply extolling the benefits of your brokerage to people. They're deciding to join your brokerage or not and help people buy or sell homes. And based on their level of success, you can have an additional income stream. Now, unlike the KW model, which is only based on the profit of that market center, meaning if you have 1,000 people in your downline and the market center is not profitable, you will not get a dime. At eXp, it's based off the revenue. So there is no brick and mortar. There is no market center. So you are going to get that money purely based off the performance of the agents in your downline. So again, I think this is a beautiful model, not only because it creates an additional income stream for you, but it incentivizes training and a culture of help throughout the company. I have seen people with downlines where they provide an incredible amount of value. For instance, I do personal coaching with the people in my downline, and I'm available pretty much 24/7 for anything that they need. I also give them insights into how to build up a YouTube channel that'll absolutely explode their business. And I also give them insights into how to work with real estate investors, which is a huge niche that not a lot of people tap into. So other folks are going to have other benefits for their downline based on their experience, who they are, and what they've accomplished. But there's a lot of value going both ways here, which is why I think it's such an amazing program. And if you're wondering how much money are we talking about, you would be amazed. In fact, there's a lot of agents at eXp who recruit full-time now because of how lucrative it is. When you start getting up into the triple and quadruple digits for your downline, you are going to get life-changing money. In fact, there are multiple agents at eXp who earn 6 figures a month through their downline at eXp. Now, these are people who got in at eXp very early, and they're people who do very well in the recruiting game. So I'm not saying to expect to get that much each month, but I want you to see the vision. You can, while you're building your sales business, simultaneously create value for people who are looking for a broker. You can help train those people and help them be successful, and you can have a completely different revenue stream from your sales that will continue as long as you're with the company. And if you have a down month where you don't sell any homes, you're probably still going to get some kind of passive income check from this revenue stream. So those are the two big reasons, black and white, cut and dry, why I think eXp is the best. Now, you can argue numbers, you can argue pyramid scheme, which really doesn't make any sense to me. I have not heard a strong argument about it. I don't think you can argue the concepts that I'm saying, okay? Number one, you will be successful regardless of the brokerage if you're gonna be successful. You also fail regardless of the brokerage if you're gonna fail. Okay, but you need to be looking at a broker that's going to provide you value and provide you with the most ways to put money back in your pocket. Now, through icon status and getting $16,000 of cap back in your pocket in stock, and the revenue share program, where the more and more people you recruit into your downline and help be successful, the more passive income you get each month. To me, it's a no-brainer. This is why I chose eXp Realty. This is why I'm very happy at eXp Realty. And honestly, I'd be willing to guarantee in the next few years, as the battle for agents ramps up in light of all the technology coming out and all the new brokerages, you're going to see similar programs pop up into some of these other brokerages, which is a great thing. Okay, competition breeds innovation, and it can sometimes bring low value up to high value, which I think is great. But for right now, 2021, eXp is on another level. They offer another level of value that I don't think you're going to see anywhere else. So you're looking to hang your license, you're looking to switch your license. I think you need to think about what I've said in this video and at least make sure you understand the programs at eXp before you make a decision. All right, so I hope you found that video helpful. Hopefully it helps you in your journey in making a major decision. If you have any questions or you want to talk about it further, again, reach out anytime. All of my contact information is in the description below. I would love to hear from you. Tap that like button and hit subscribe to be notified every time I put out a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.